Scientology could be called, well, you could call it a religion of religions.
Howdy everybody, and welcome to the Indie Scientology podcast with your host Andy Nolch, the Space Cowboy. This is a closed-door secret briefing on vital information about Scientology and the world that you need to know. And today's briefing is about online courses and how to do them. I'm going to show you how I study Scientology online. This is going to be short. It's not going to be a long video. It just can't be. I actually promise it's not going to be long. It's going to be very short. I'm just going to show you how I study Scientology online. I got my setup here on my laptop because some people, are familiar with doing Scientology in the church and stuff. So it's like, what do you mean you can study Scientology online? Because a lot of free zone Scientologists are in different places in the world, and there's not orgs in every city. So I'll show you how to do it. So you can do the student hat. You can do the data evaluators course. You can do auditor training. You can do stuff online where you actually learn. It's the internet. It's the future. You can do this stuff these days. So what I'll do is I'll grab the camera, I'll show you the screen on my laptop, and I'll show you how I study online. But before that, I've got to show you some special clay demos. Alright, so here's my Play-Doh, yay! Here's my thingos. I keep them in these tubs, obviously, for to stop them from drying out. It's and they're just good to store them in, so they're sort of, you gotta have them in tubs and stuff. This is a big Tupperware container. So this is a pretty decent amount of clay. I've got a bunch of different colors. I'll show you here. This is some clay demo thing I was making, and it says seed and water plus sunlight. It's written on the clay or something. I've got tags here, you can see, cardboard of it that I've written on. In this one here, I've got cardboard to make labels. I've got scissors. I've got a black pen. I've got a little thingo to indent in the clay. And I got, there's blue and green, so probably buying all this was like $80 or something. This is what you need to get so you can make a clay demo at home, and then you take photos of it and you send it to the suit, and it's no different than doing it in a course room. But that's actually probably the biggest hurdle to doing Scientology online, Scientology courses online. And with the clay demo, right, with the clay, you need to buy, I can't remember, I don't know what type of, I can't remember, but there's a type of clay you can't buy. I don't think you can buy the cheap children's ones at like Kmart or whatever, because that stuff dries out. And I remember when I first started it, I bought that stuff because I just saw Play-Doh or whatever, and I bought it. And I made a clay demo, and I left it out because I was worried I was going to flunk it. So I left it out, and it was like in the middle of summer, so it was hot for like 2 days. And I came back, and all the clay was dry, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Why does the org have good clay and I don't? What the hell's going on?" And what actually pissed me off most about it is that why do they even sell that shit clay? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Because if kids play with it, it doesn't last for long and it just dries out. So it's like they should only sell this I think this is oil-based clay or whatever. They should only sell this stuff. They shouldn't sell the other stuff at all. It's just like, it's a stupid product. Anyway, so when you go to buy it, don't go, I don't even know, maybe you can buy some of the children's stuff, but I can't remember what it's called. It might be oil-based or whatever, but you got to be careful when you're buying the clay. Maybe if you don't know, or the person in the shop doesn't know which is the one that doesn't dry out, just buy one little bit, take it home, unwrap it, and just put it out and see if it lasts. Before you go and spend $60, like what I did, and then I had to just replace it all with the proper stuff. It's good to go to arts and crafts stores. They're the ones who know how to get the proper Play-Doh and stuff. All right, so let's have a look at my setup on the computer. Okay, so this is the Data Evaluators course which I'm logged into, and up here you can see that's the website, I guess, and it's done online at the Advanced Organisation of the Great Plains. So you go on there and you sign up and you pay and stuff, and this is what you'll get after you sign up and stuff. You'll see this, the Data Evaluators course. Obviously, if it's the Student Hat or other courses that you're studying, it will come up whatever course that is. And then here's your checklist, as you can see here, and I'm like sort of halfway through it. So you'll see here all these things ticked off. They're things I've completed. So you'll see here word clearing, read the book, blah blah blah. And so you click on, let's look at this one here. This part of the check sheet says word clear basic definitions. You click on it, and then let's see what happens. So, well, it's passed, but because I've done it. But if I hadn't done it, then it would come up with all the words, and it has different words. Every checklist for courses are different, but it has a bunch of words that it wants you to clear. So I would see the word, and let's say the word's administration. I'll go up here. This is my browser or whatever, and I'll click on here because I've got it all lined up ready. Dictionary. So I type in whatever the word is, and I've got a dictionary right there. And if it's a Scientology word, I've got here, boom, the Scientology dictionary. It combines all the Scientology dictionaries into one little search engine, and this is called dix.pro, and it's not a porn site, it's a dictionary site, and it's dicts.pro, and it's made by some Ronzorg people in Russia. And so you type in the Scientology word, administration, there it is, and it comes up here with definitions, and here's a definition from the admin dictionary, the definitions, and here's the definitions from the tech dictionary, a definition there, and then here's a definition from Scientology MG. I'm not even sure what book that is, management, but there's so many different dictionaries, but the main ones are the admin and the tech one and the basic one. The basic one's good. So there you go. And also what this has, which is really cool, is if you're not totally certain of what the word is, you've got the option of a wide search. So you type in administration, you go wide, and then it comes up with more words that have just administration in them, so that way you can find them as well. So that's pretty cool, because sometimes whatever. Now with this though, I think you need to actually have the spelling correct. Like if I type in here administration, let's see what happens here. Administration, nothing comes up. Yeah, so you've got to be good with your spelling. Now that's why if you're not sure, you type it in, then you put wide search in or whatever, and then you can search. Now here it's got English and Russian. Here's a Russian option. So that's really cool. This dictionary is awesome. I've also got this on my phone, where I just save the website to the home screen, so it's almost like an app. And so I've got a normal dictionary app on my phone, and I've got a Scientology app, basically dictionary app on my phone for words. And here, let's just go to the normal dictionary because I'll just show you. Administration. And here's a dictionary, and you press this. Ready? So, yeah.
Administration.
So you can hear it spoken out, and the words and stuff, the meaning of it. So it's pretty cool. Then I've got here Wikipedia open up as well, because sometimes you get onto things where they're deep and you need to look things up further. And this is actually kind of what's cool about studying online. You don't have a soup hanging over your shoulder, like telling you off or picking on you or whatever. Because I look into things deeply and stuff, and sometimes I might be like studying the course, and I don't know. I think if you got like a strict soup, they might be like, why are you spending so much time on that one thing? But then you're just like, well, this is a deep concept that I'm trying to learn, and so I want to read more about it on Wikipedia. I don't just want to look up a shitty dictionary definition. That's not enough for me. You just got more freedom when you study at home, and it's home study. It's more for someone who's pretty switched on, pretty smart, and can soup himself, basically. I don't really know if it's for someone who's new to Scientology. I don't know if you'll be able to handle it. But definitely, if you've been around Scientology for a year and done some courses, you could easily jump on and study this stuff online. And it's good. I mean, you don't have... You can contact the soups, right? So let's say we're over here and we did this word clearing stuff. I'll show you where I'm up to on the course so I can show you. But see how I've got it all set up perfectly, right? I've got here, the next one. So it's just like click, 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 bang, bang, bang. Like, I don't want to have one tab for dictionaries and have to switch between all the dictionaries. I want to have them all opened up so I can flick between them and then look at this definition, then go over to this definition and have them so I can go back, forth and look at them. Because sometimes you need to do that, So here you got here drills. Well, let's see what the drill thing says, because I bet you'll say past. Okay, yeah, so past. So I'll find one that I haven't done so I can click on these things and show you. So go down here, and this is where I'm up to. So I click on here, Data Series 23. Now this one is one that I haven't completed, even though it is ticked, and that's a mistake. It shouldn't be ticked, but I've told the soup about that. But it's obviously something wrong with their technology. It just ticks it, even though you haven't finished it. Anyway, so this is what I've been reading, and actually what's good is it remembered where I was up to. Anyway, so I'm reading this PL, so here it is. Here's the PL. You don't have to go pulling it out and finding it. Here it is. Data Series 23, and it's got information, and you study it, you read it, and what's cool is you can sometimes sort of copy and paste words if you... Well, actually, this one here, I've got this option on my MacBook, right, where I click 3 fingers, and boom, it comes up with a dictionary definition. See? How cool is that? So I've also got a dictionary within this as well. 3-finger tap. Bam, look at that. How easy is that? So good technology, huh? Alright, so... I'll go back here. So at the end of that, I would have typed in done, and then it should get the tick and say done. Anyway. And you can do stuff like you can make cups of tea and stuff while you're studying. Okay, so here's demo. Let's click on demo, see what this says. Demonstration. Demo the following: observe, evaluate, program, supervise, review. So that would be, in this situation, you would write what the demonstration is. So demonstrate, observe. So you'd say a guy is learning how to make Subway sandwiches, and he's watching the manager slap together a 6-inch sub, and he watches them during the lunchtime peak, and there he is observing them making sandwiches so he can learn how to make a Subway sub or something like that. And so then you'd write that in there, and then you'd write in the next one for evaluate and program and supervise, and then you press submit, and then the soup will check it, and if you didn't demonstrate those words, then the soup would say, would message you and say, flunk, and this is the reason why. And I'll show you how to communicate with the soups. Oh, I'll click another one here quickly. Okay, drill. What's this drill one? This is where you get twinned up with someone to do your courses. So, drill. Do a chart showing an actual example of the correct format and correct action of an evaluation. Scan it and email it to your supervisor. Scan it and email. Yeah, okay. So you've got to learn how to use. You've got to know how to use technology. Like I take photos of my clay demos, or in this example, it would be a chart or whatever. I would take photos of it and I'd send it to my supervisor. And this is how I communicate with my supervisor. Down here, I've got a Telegram app, which is a good communication tool. And so basically, you got your soup on Telegram, or you can do it over Facebook, or however your soup likes to be communicated with. Actually, I think they've got here, they've got, you book an appointment with the soup. So basically, you work your way through the checklists and you submit things, and it'll come back as passed or failed, and if it's a failed, then the soup will contact you and let you know why it was failed. Either they'll write down why in a message, or they'll call you. Now let's say you finish reading something, or you finish the clay demo, because you've got to get star rate checkout or whatever, and so you want to get checked out. So you go here to, I don't know if they're still doing this. I haven't been studying recently because I've been flat out with work. Book now. Hold on a second. You might have to, I know I've got my soup on Telegram and I can just chuck him a message, but the new way might be that they want you to go to the website and book a time in to actually do the checkout. Here it is, the Advanced Organization of the Great Plains. So you go checkouts, and you click it in. You click here and you go checkouts, and then you choose who it's with, who your soup is. And then you go and you book it in, and then the soup will be notified when the soup's got to contact you or whatever, and you can do video calls, or just visual calls, and so yes, that's good. There is something tricky in that if you're not in America, you're in another time zone that's quite different, so it might be sleeping time for them, and I don't think they've got the course open in the middle of the night, the online course room. Like, I don't think you can get any checkouts in the middle of the night. So that's what you have to tee up when you want to get checked out and stuff. Like let's say you've got it's Sunday, right? And you're like, oh, I've got the whole day off. I want to study the course for the whole day. And so you go down, you do your first thing, which is your clay demo, and it's 10:30 a.m. And then you go and you send a message to them, but they're sleeping time, and you're like, oh, so I have to wait 6 hours until like they wake up, and so I can't sort of continue on with my course. Well, you could sort of work ahead and stuff, but anyway, you just you just got to be aware of where the time zone that they are in and how different it is to your one. Like, I know that Kansas City is 7 hours ahead of where I am in Melbourne, right? So when I set up times to study, I sort of factor that in. That's the only thing that's kind of annoying, actually, is the time zone thing. Like, if I was in America, the time zone thing wouldn't really be much of an issue. I would just know that I have to study during, 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. or something, sort of normal times and stuff. Anyway, I know that just sometimes when I've been teeing up, because my twin's in Kansas City, so when I'm teeing things up, it's sort of tricky, because when it suits me with my work and stuff, I only have a certain time in the day. It's a window of opportunity actually to study and get checkouts, and so it's probably like in the morning or something for a few hours. So it's like that's when it needs to get done and stuff. So otherwise, it's just difficult. So anyway, but that's how it is with Australia and America. There's just such a big difference in the time zone between Australia and America. See, between America and Europe, it's not as crazy. And, but Australia and America is a bit of a crazy, it's a big difference. Because not only are they 7 hours ahead, they're 7 hours ahead in the previous day. So I'm sitting down here, they're 7 hours ahead. So it's like 12 p.m. here, there's 7 p.m. there, but it's 7 p.m. in the day before. So talk about freaking confusing in trying to set up times and stuff with your twin and that. It's just like, whoa, they're in a different day. And you're like, crap, they're in a different time and a different day. Anyway, so I don't know if there's anything else I want to show you. That's basically it. Well, here's the Zoom app, for example, and you can do video calls through that, or Facebook and stuff. Alright, so that's it, people. That's all I have to say. That was how I study online. And so I would sit, I don't sit here to study. I do it on my desk in my room, and then when I'm doing clay demos, I use a dining table. That's another thing as well with the clay demos. A dining table is really good. If you get your hands on a nice big table, and you have your bucket set up, and I've got here a little clay man. Have my bucket set up. I sit back, and I get in there and I just make the clay demo. And that's it. So you can do these courses in a link that I'll put in the comment section of this video. That's how you do free zone Scientology at home. Because it's better than nothing. You got to, you can't just because you don't have an org in your city, it doesn't mean you can get away with not doing Scientology. You can still do Scientology, and you should. And I also think that you really should live where your org is as well. I see so many people that have to fly here to do Scientology and fly there, or pay someone to fly here, and they can only do this course and blah 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 blah, and there's just it's really impractical, and you need, the truth is, you really need to live where your org is. And the internet's improved it massively. It's made it so we can do these online courses, and you can even do online auditing. Some auditing can work online and stuff over Skype and that. Apparently you set the e-meter up that's facing the screen, so that, imagine here, I'm sitting here, the e-meter's facing the screen, because that's where the camera is, up here, and so the auditor on Zoom or Skype or whatever is there, and they're looking at me, and they can see the e-meter. And with these modern e-meters, because the church doesn't have the good modern e-meters, with the modern e-meters, they've got automatic tone arms so that no one needs to touch the e-meter. So it's just sitting there set up. The auditor can see on the camera the e-meter and the reads and stuff, and the PC can just sit there. And so, you got that. So nowadays, with this cool technology and stuff, the automatic tone arms, the Skype and the Zoom and the, you can just buy the Clay demo and you can sign in online and you can study all the courses and stuff. I mean, you can do Scientology at home, but it's just annoying, and you can't do heaps at home. You can just do bits and pieces. You can definitely do a lot more studying online. The reason why you should move to where your org is, you need to live in the same city as where your org is. You've got to be driving distance. You got to live within like 40 minutes of your local org, so you can drive there and get the benefits from it and stuff. It's just not practical, even like with me personally, in the future, if I get auditor training, I could do one auditor course online or whatever, but it's much better to actually be at the org and do it intensively. It's like, and you got the motivation of having the people around you, and you really get engrossed in it. It's a better way to do it. But you can, just do the student hat or do the data evaluators course or other ones. You can just do them online, just like as a once-off and stuff. You can do these things online. It works, totally works. But I'm just saying, with the whole live where your org is thing, because when I got into Scientology, I noticed that there was a lot of flying going on and traveling going on, where people would be like, oh, we're going up to Sydney to do blah, blah, blah. And I just thought, these people are doing so many trips, they've got to move there. And so, it's really difficult, because when you go for a trip, you're like, shit, I'm here now, I've got to get this done now. And it puts like this pressure and time limit. It's like, you're there for 2 weeks. It's like, I've got to get this done in 2 weeks. And so that makes it stressful, it makes it difficult, because Scientology should be cool and fun, and you should be able to go and get audited and just not have these strict time limits. And also, you don't know how long things will take. One person might take 2 weeks to do something, and someone else might take 3 times that. It's really unique and individual to you, it's how long you need to do it. So I notice heaps of people will just be traveling to their org, and it's just like, you just need to bite the bullet, and just say, that's it. I'm actually, instead of doing these stupid moves all the time, I've got to live where my freaking church is. It's your church, it's your religion. You've got to live where it is. It's just how it is. And so I've already done 3 trips now to Sydney to get audited, right? 1 when I was involved with the church, 2 outside of that, and I was also doing them so I could make videos about them as well. So I was sort of killing two birds with one stone with that. But I could see how it's like, I've got to stop doing that, because it's just like, you can't just say it's okay, because then next minute, 15 years down the track, and you've been forking out thousands of dollars traveling to this other place to get audited, and it's just like, you should have just moved there at the beginning, just in the middle, at the start, just boom. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move to where Kansas City is. I'm going to move to where my org is, so I can do the bridge and just bam, and not have to have all these problems with travel and stuff, And you shouldn't even live 40 minutes away from your org. You should be like driving distance. I mean, I go do Bikram yoga 2 days a week. I live like 3 minutes drive away. That's really actually how you need to be. You need to be like that close, Anyway, that's it for this video. This little green man is going to say goodbye to you. Take care. You've been listening to the Indie Scientology podcast. I've been your host, Andy Ulch, the Space Cowboy. To sign up for the course, it's in the comment section. You can sign up for these courses. Get started. So remember, what you thought was impossible, like that you can't do Scientology in your bedroom, it's actually possible, because you can. See you later.